making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. So today I want us to talk about the IFP. It's been a while since we've spoken about the IFP. But if you remember from some of my previous videos, I did tell you guys that there's a lot of competing towards who's going to be the next leader of the party. And of course, Utamintule has been like a top contender. Now I'm going to circle back. When Mangosuthu passed on, apparently before he passed on, he made umyalelo oba the next president must be Uhlabisa. So like no one was able to contest him that time because umyalelo kaMangosuthu was that the next president must be Uhlabisa. But now the factions are rising for the next president. I just don't know when they have their conference or how they're going to do it, but factions are speaking louder. I think it is towards the end of Uhlabisa's turn. I don't know if he wanted to be president again for the new term. I'm not sure when they have their conferences, but Utamintulu is contesting very, 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 very hard. And he's more visible. If you see him, I saw, and he's aligning himself. I saw him talking about Dudula. I saw him recently. General Tamintuli was there. So he's very busy. Tamintuli is very, very, very busy. But also, I will say, Uhlabisa is not like a leader that I will say, Uhlabisa, I mean, he's a very weak leader. He's very, very weak. But let's read here. I do want us to quickly read this article quickly. It says here, IFP factions at each other's throat as Uhlabisa decries internal campaign against him. Oh, so they are campaigning against him. Silent conflict. Okay. Let's get right into it. It says that the IFP is divided between the hawks, the doves, and the middle grounders. But whatever the outcome of this conflict, says an expert, they are not likely to join the MK party. Oh, okay. Remember, whenever there's a conflict, there's a chance that people might leave, especially the ones that they don't get their way. Like when they're, let's say, in the faction of supporting, let's say they're supporting Utamintulu, and then he does not win. Things go sideways. Instead of them staying in the party, they will leave. So, but the person who's giving the insight is saying that there's 3 factions there, like big factions, but they're not likely to join the MK. Of course, the MK has their own problems, but they are even worse now. They are falling apart. So I mean, I don't think anyone would jump into them. KwaZulu-Natal Premier Tamintulu not only has to contend with concerns about keeping his job because of the slim majority his coalition government holds, he also has to keep an eye on the simmering leadership tensions in the IFP. And I thought Utamintulu had the higher power. I thought he was winning the faction because, as I said, he's visible out there. I see him a lot. I've been seeing him a lot. Remember also, he's the premier of KwaZulu-Natal. But as long as there is an agreement in the GNU, when that falls apart, he will not be premier. I mean, he could go until the 5 years and finish the 5 years, or things can fall apart. You never know. You are always on thin ice with the GNU. Noises about a leadership shake-up in the 49-year-old party have continued after the death of Mangosuthu Buthelezi in September 2023. So Mangosuthu passed away in September 2023. So it's been 2024. I mean, it's only been like 2 years, basically. It's only been like 2 years. IFP President Velenkosi Uhlabisa, the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs in the Government of National Unity, succeeded Buthelezi in 2019. Uhlabisa had a strong endorsement from Buthelezi, who used his considerable influence to silence any challenges. Oh, he actually took over before Mangosuthu passed on, but of course we know that Mangosuthu endorsed Shabisa very much so. So no one was able to really be a contender and win because he had the support of Mangosuthu. Professor Musa Xolo, a retired academic, told Daily Maverick it was an open secret that the IFP was divided between the Hawks, who favors Ntuli's elevation. Okay, I do see that Ntuli has got a lot of support to Ntuli. The Doves, who wants the status quo to remain for the foreseeable future. Okay, and those in the middle ground. Oh, okay. So there is 3 factions. The first faction, of course, it's the Hawks, which is what Tamantuli. The Doves want things to remain the same, which is with Uvelenkosi Shabisa. And then there is the middle grounders, ama pitli ngazazi base left okanye se right, who favor neither. So and then there's the middle ground who favors neither sides. The last one, the factionalism and joking for position will reduce the IFP in the same way it did the ANC. So the person who's warning here is saying the problem with this is the problem with factionalism. Factionalism will destroy an organization. It will really, really, really destroy an organization once you guys are divided, because now you're no longer discussing ways, like for example, they are going to local governments now, like local government elections next year. They should be focusing on this. How do we perform better than MK in KwaZulu-Natal? What must we do? What should we do? Instead, they are fighting over the positions. Yeah. The middle grounders led by Musa Zondi. Oh, the middle grounders also have a leader. So the middle grounders are led by Musa Zondi. I thought they were just in the middle and they didn't know if they should go right or left. I didn't know that they are in the middle, but they also have a leader. Led by Musa Zondi, the former IFP Secretary General. Oh, and now the MEC for Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs have been trying to negotiate a truce to avoid a bloody contest. Oh, that will leave the party in tatters. This entails that Shabisa remains at the helm of the IFP, while Ntuli remains the premier and the provincial chairperson. It is not clear whether this deal will be struck and if all parties will stick and if all parties, which is all sides, will stick to it until the next conference. I wonder when is their next conference. It must be remembered that the leaders in the IFP during the time of Buthelezi were seldom elected. Oh, even current ones were literally pointed out by the founder. They may struggle going forward trying to introduce democracy. Oh, which was never there. Oh, remember, Prince Mangosuthu's leadership style is the same like Umsholo's. He used to appoint people. Now he passed on. Now they want to introduce a conference. And someone is saying, they must avoid a bloody conference. They are trying to do like a truce to say, let's leave Uhlabisa to continue as the president. There's a lot that they should be focusing on right now. Whatever the outcome, it's bad in the IFP. So now they are trying to introduce a democracy that they never did. And also remember, now no one is there to appoint them. So they have to introduce a democracy because no one is above anyone. Whatever the outcome of the silent conflict, I cannot see them joining the MK party. All IFP factions remain loyal to the late founder, and the relationship between Buthelezi and the MK party leader Zuma was very strained, if not bitter. Kulu said, okay, in my opinion, MK is most likely to join hands with the ANC sometime in the future than with the IFP. And I've always asked about this when MK says, let's unite. Why don't they unite with the IFP? Why don't they try and strike some truce between the IFP? So I'm getting the answer now. It's because the late founder of IFP did not get along with Jacob Zuma. So I don't know why the current members of the IFP can't negotiate with Zuma. The founder has passed on. Apparently, they're very loyal to him. Well, that's it in the IFP. Everyone has got, with this organization, they all have problems. Kage sanuvele enkosini kena ke since he's a calm guy. Yebo. Hey, but it will end badly. And just before I end this episode, guys, or this video, I quickly want to see something. I saw an article which I even posted about, and people are saying it's not true. I saw an article where they said MK people are trying to chase Xhosa people out, or to say they must return. Wait, I want to see this because people are saying no, that's not true. I want to read this article and see, because it says that MK people in the Eastern Cape have joined Dudula. Yeah, well, to telling Xhosa people to go back to Tranksei. So this is not making sense to me. I quickly want to read it for you guys, and you guys can tell me what you think. It says MK party members joined Dudula, Operation Dudula, to call for the people from the former Transkei region to go back home. First, Operation Dudula told foreign nationals across South Africa to go back home. Now a group of Operation Dudula MK party members in Stettenham are telling residents from the eastern part of the Eastern Cape, formerly known as Transkei, to go back home, accusing them of taking their jobs at the ANC-led Amahlati local municipality. A video has emerged of the group protesting for service delivery and jobs in front of council office, led by the former mayor and allegedly corrupt ex-municipality manager Chris Mangwangana. The protest is a sign of a regional tension between residents from the apartheid-era Ciskei and Transkei homelands. Stettenham is situated in the former Ciskei homeland. In the video, a man dressed in MK regalia is heard addressing a small crowd through a loud hailer, saying, "What is important is that as the people of Amahlati, we are tired of being under foreigners. It would be like we have hatred for Transkei, but we don't hate it. However, the people of Transkei from this municipality have given us a bad experience. Mabahambe, they must go." The man said, using a political communication term popularized by PA leader Gayton Mackenzie, who's known for his anti-foreigner sentiments. "We are now giving the mayor and the council an opportunity. These people here, their time is coming for them to leave. We want to assure you that when we win election, they are leaving. We won't be looking at their contracts. Let them tell you it's not because they are overly educated. When you get here, you get tested. All of them passed with one leg, what we call in law basic." Hey, Betunan. So I don't know what MK is involved in. And abantu MK bayaphika bathi no, that was just a protest for service delivery, but it seems like it's way more than that. Let me just continue reading a little bit more. It says here, "We want to assure you." Oh, okay. News 24 has identified the man as Mangwangana, and the MK has confirmed this. Approached for comment, Mangwangana said, "I'm not commenting at this time until I deal with this matter within the organization. Who gave it to you?" Referring to the video. "There was a full video with context. I will deal with the matter tomorrow. You can call me then." A former mayor in Amahlati, Mangwangana, has a colorful history in Eastern Cape politics, where he has been accused of corruption in scandals that grabbed national headlines. Mangwangana was accused in number one in the 630 million Sienza pit Litron toilet scam in Amatole district in the Eastern Cape. News 24 approached NPA provincial spokesperson Lukolo Kyali about the status of the case, but he couldn't confirm it at the time of writing. He also implicated in the 15 million Laysenton Sports Stadium mismanagement scandal in Enoch Mgijima local municipality. Umangwangane lo uthi abantu mabahambe sengathi ngutsotsi naye. So yeah, it says here, Public Protector Koleka Galeka commended in her report issue recently that the Municipality Council report to the police the suspected criminal conduct former municipality manager Mangwangane and Nogutula within 14 days. He has been accused of collapsing Amatole and Namahlati municipalities, the latter whose rot he is now attributing to Tranksei residents. Approached for a comment on the incidents, MK Party spokesperson Tlamalo Ndlela referred News 24 queries to an Eastern Cape convener. MKP provincial leader Mawande Dakisa confirmed that Mangwangane spoke at the protest, but he added that they were sanctioned to utter those words. In a sharp rebuke against Mangwangane's utterances, Dakisa said, "We thought it was a service delivery, a related matter at first, but were immensely disturbed by the content, because it doesn't reflect the character and the political posture of the organization, which seeks to unite all Africans. It can't be that President Zuma is moving around and the continent trying to unite Africans, then back at home, a member exactly is found sending a message that is contrary to that, to what the organization stands for. Municipal boundaries, skin color, ethnicity don't define who we are as people in the province. Any view that is contrary to that is against what the organization stands for." Asked if Mangwangane will be charged, he said the former mayor turned administrator will be asked. So the MK party is condemning the behavior by these MK members who went to protest and tell abantu bamabuyele bheke Transkei they are taking their jobs. I mean, that doesn't make sense. You can't be chasing other black people. That doesn't make sense. So I see some of the MK members, of course, Untlamolo has referred to the convener of Eastern Cape who rebuked Lento. These MK members, they are wrong. They thought they were protesting for service delivery, only to find out Uguti they are protesting against other black people. Also, he says, Jacob Zuma is going around the continent saying Africans must unite, which I listened to the clip yesterday, telling Africans that they must unite. So it can't be correct that an MK member is going around saying people from one part of South Africa must go to another part. So yeah, that's why I said on my TikTok video that the MK members, they don't know their constitution, they don't know what their organization stands for. That's why they go around doing things like this in the name of the organization. So but also a question was asked to Guti, will they be charged? So the answer was a reprimand is inevitable. He will have to apologize to those people. Any other action might be taken if he refuses to apologize. Is him apologizing enough? The person who was leading the protest, is him apologizing enough? I mean, that is the name of the organization. That is actually bringing the organization into disrepute, doing things outside the constitution of the organization. Is him having to apologize enough? Well, you guys let me know. I think this video is so long. I hope it saves. So let's meet in the comment section, guys. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zizopolo Belwana. Please subscribe. And let's meet in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the IFP. Let me know what you think about the MK. There seems to be a lot going on in South African politics, as always. We're not shocked. So anyway, I'll meet you in the next episode. Aluta continua. Please support the channel as you should. Buy the host coffee. Do the right thing. I'll see you in the next one.